The 1950s were all chrome, tail fins, and white wall tires. But hidden behind the big names were a handful of sedans so rare, most car lovers don't even know they exist. Some were limited-run luxury experiments. Some were coach-built one-offs for the ultra-rich. And some were just too unusual to survive in the market. Today, they're the unicorns of mid-century motoring. 8 forgotten four doors that deserve a spot in the automotive history books.
Make sure to subscribe and smash the like button.
Number 8. The Continental Mark II was already the crown jewel of American luxury coupes in the mid-1950s. Hand-built, ultra-refined, and priced higher than a Rolls-Royce. But Ford's Continental division wanted to push the opulence even further, so they experimented with a sedan version. This prototype retained the coupe's clean, understated elegance, but added 2 extra doors for a more stately presence. Inside, it promised the same bespoke craftsmanship, leather, fine carpeting, and more chrome than a 1950s diner. So why didn't it make production? Simple. The Mark II was already so expensive that Ford lost money on every single one sold. Adding a sedan to the lineup would have just doubled the losses. The sedan remained a one-off concept, a tantalizing what-if in the history of American luxury cars. Today, the Mark II sedan prototype is a fascinating reminder of when Ford briefly tried to outdo the world's finest and learned that sometimes perfection isn't profitable. Number 7. In 1956, DeSoto decided it was time to make some noise in the booming post-war performance market. The result was the Adventurer, a high-performance luxury sedan aimed at drivers who wanted the comfort of a living room with the punch of a muscle car. Under the hood sat a 320-horsepower Hemi V8, making it one of the most powerful sedans of its era. On the outside, it wore 2-toned paint schemes and gold anodized trim that practically shouted, "I'm faster than your Buick, and I look better doing it." The Adventurer was a technological and style statement, but it had one problem: Chrysler's own lineup. Positioned just above DeSoto, Chrysler offered similar performance with more prestige, leaving the Adventurer squeezed from above and below in the market. By the early 60s, DeSoto itself was gone, and the Adventurer became one of the brand's last bold swings before the final curtain. Today, surviving models are prized as rare relics of a time when Detroit's mid-tier brands dared to dream big and drive fast. Number 6. By the mid-1950s, Packard was trying desperately to keep its place among America's luxury giants. The Caribbean was its halo car, a glamorous, limited-production convertible dripping with chrome, color, and prestige. But in 1955, Packard quietly built a handful of 4-door Caribbean sedans as experimental prototypes, hoping to broaden the model's appeal beyond sun-loving convertible buyers. These sedans carried the same extravagant styling cues: 2- or 3-toned paint jobs, lavish interiors, and plenty of bright work, but with the practicality of rear doors and a fixed roof. Under the hood, Packard's big V8 delivered smooth, confident power, paired with the company's innovative torsion-level suspension. Unfortunately, the timing couldn't have been worse. Packard's finances were crumbling, and the company's merger with Studebaker was proving more of a burden than a rescue. The sedan never reached full production, and today only a tiny handful of these rare prototypes survive, each serving as a reminder of Packard's final attempts to stay relevant in a rapidly changing luxury market. Number 5. In the early 1950s, Nash wasn't exactly known for speed, more for comfort, quirky styling, and enclosed fender skirts. But in 1952, Nash stunned the automotive world when its cars, partnered with Italian coach builder Pininfarina, performed impressively at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. The company seized the opportunity to inject a bit of European glamour into its flagship model, creating the 1954 Nash Ambassador Le Mans. This limited edition sedan borrowed styling cues from the endurance racers, with sleek lines, a lowered roofline, and tasteful chrome accents. Inside, it offered plush American luxury, broad bench seats, a massive steering wheel, and a dashboard that was equal parts Art Deco and space age. Mechanically, it still carried Nash's smooth but modest inline-6 or V8 power, making it more of a grand tourer than a true sports car. But the Le Mans badge and the European connection gave it an exotic cachet few American sedans could match at the time. Today, the Ambassador Le Mans stands as a fascinating footnote, a family car dressed up in racing heritage, proof that even conservative automakers sometimes chased a bit of speed and glamour. Number 4. In the early 1950s, Hudson was a respected American automaker, famous for its step-down design and racing success in NASCAR. But in 1953, the company took a bold leap into the world of European flair by teaming up with Italian coach builder Carrozzeria Touring of Milan. The result was the Hudson Italia sedan, a rare blend of American engineering and Italian artistry. Based on the Hudson Hornet chassis, the Italia featured Touring's signature Superleggera construction, lightweight aluminum panels hand-formed over a tubular frame. Its styling was dramatic, a low, flowing profile, intricate chrome details, and a cabin filled with European elegance. The interior was just as exotic, with leather upholstery, fine detailing, and a driver-focused layout uncommon in American sedans of the era. Under the hood, it retained Hudson's reliable inline-6 engine, tuned for smoothness rather than raw speed. The real appeal wasn't performance, it was exclusivity. Only 26 examples were built, each sold at a premium price, making the Italia more of a design statement than a volume seller. Today, the Hudson Italia is considered one of the most collectible post-war American cars, a shining example of what happens when Detroit muscle meets Milanese style. Number 3. In the early 1950s, American sports car pioneer Briggs Cunningham set out to do something audacious: build a world-class luxury performance car that could stand shoulder to shoulder with the finest from Europe. The result was the Cunningham C3 sedan, a hand-built American exotic that's almost forgotten today. Underneath its elegant Italian coachwork by Vignale lurked pure American muscle, a Chrysler Firepower Hemi V8 delivering both effortless cruising and serious performance for its time. The car was meticulously crafted, with each body hand-formed in Italy and then shipped to Cunningham's West Palm Beach facility for final assembly. Only a handful of sedans were ever made. Most C3s were coupes, making the four-door version one of the rarest American production cars ever built. Each carried an astronomical price tag, ensuring exclusivity but virtually guaranteeing low sales. Today, the 1952 Cunningham C3 sedan is a ghost of the classic car world, known mostly to dedicated enthusiasts and collectors. Yet it stands as proof that America, too, could build a handcrafted luxury performance machine to rival Europe's best. Number 2. In the early 1950s, Kaiser Frazer decided that luxury didn't have to mean leather. It could mean vinyl. And not just any vinyl, but bold, textured patterns with names like bamboo and lizard, designed to evoke the exotic glamour of faraway places. The top-tier trim package they wrapped around this idea became the Kaiser Dragon. Based on the company's standard sedan, the Dragon was outfitted with lavish interiors, gold anodized nameplates, and upscale touches that set it apart from typical post-war American cars. It was aimed squarely at buyers who wanted something distinctive, even flashy, without crossing into Cadillac territory. Unfortunately, the timing wasn't ideal. The Dragon's styling was polarizing, and the unusual materials, while eye-catching, didn't age gracefully. Production numbers were tiny, and survival rates even smaller, making original examples today a rare sight. Still, the 1951 Kaiser Dragon stands as a fascinating example of early 50s American automotive boldness. A car that dared to say, "Why settle for leather when you can have lizard?" Number 1. The Tucker 48 wasn't just a car, it was a rolling revolution. Conceived by visionary Preston Tucker, this sleek, futuristic sedan was decades ahead of its time. It featured innovations that most automakers wouldn't adopt for years. A third steerable headlight that turned with the wheels, a rear-mounted flat-six engine, and advanced safety features like a padded dashboard and a pop-out windshield for crash protection. But Tucker's ambition collided with the harsh realities of the post-war auto industry. His upstart company faced relentless pressure from established Detroit giants, skeptical press coverage, and a highly publicized SEC investigation. Although Tucker was eventually acquitted of fraud, the damage was done. Production stopped after just 51 cars were built. Today, the Tucker 48 is one of the most sought-after collector cars in America. Each surviving example is a reminder of what happens when bold ideas challenge the status quo, and of how quickly the dream of changing the industry can be crushed. Your subscription is fuel for the next video. Subscribe to the channel.